Please welcome saxophonist, Mr. soon-to-be Dr. Kenny Garrett.
Thank you very much. To the President, Roger Brown, faculty and staff, parents, family, and friends, and especially the graduating class of 2011. When I found out that Berklee College of Music wanted me to be the commencement speaker, I was really surprised. I was thinking, they couldn't find anybody else? Perhaps President Obama? Then I heard there were going to be about 3,000 to 4,000 people attended, and I said to myself, man, what are you getting yourself into? I had a lot of sleepless nights trying to figure out what I was going to say today. I felt like a college student studying for an exam. But seriously, I'm honored to have this opportunity. I'm very happy to be here with you on this very special day. It's a very special day for me, too. It was about 30 years ago that I applied to Berklee College of Music. My high school music teacher, Mr. Wiggins, thought it would be a good idea to come to Boston. He said Boston was a great city with many universities and that I could learn a lot and meet a lot of educated people. But that didn't work out for me. The Creator had another plan. In the summer of 1978, I joined the Duke Ellington Orchestra, directed by Mercer Ellington. I remember I had dreams. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to travel to foreign countries. That seed had been planted by Mr. Wiggins. I was a member of the Duke Ellington Orchestra for 3.5 years, and then at the age of 21, I moved to the Big Apple, New York City, where there were a lot of great musicians. The first person I met was the great saxophonist, George Coleman. I went to see George Coleman playing at the Tin Palace in New York City. He was playing the jazz song Green Dolphin Street in all 12 keys. For those of you who are not musically inclined, that's all of the notes in the chromatic scale. George asked me if I wanted to play, and I said yes, but I didn't have my saxophone with me. I was new to the city, and I didn't know you're supposed to have your instrument with you all the time. You never know when there'll be an opportunity to play. I was living in Brooklyn at the time, about 10 minutes away by subway. I ran to the subway station, took the train back to Brooklyn, ran to my apartment and got my saxophone, and went back to the Tin Palace. When I got back to the club, George had finished playing Green Dolphin Street. I want you to know, I was so happy he had finished playing Green Dolphin Street, because I only knew it in 2 keys, C and E flat. At that very moment, I realized I was going to have to get serious about music. The musicians in New York had raised the bar. The next day, I practiced all day. I wanted to be a great musician too, so New York was a great environment for me to be in. Fast forwarding, because I know all the graduates are eager to get their diploma, and so am I. I went on to play with Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, Freddie Hubbard, Woody Shaw, Art Blakey, Elvin Jones, Roy Haynes, Sting, Herbie Hancock, McCoy Tyner, Mulgrew Miller, Bobby Hutchinson, Q-Tip, New Jersey Symphony Orchestra, Wynton and Branford Marsalis, and Chick Corea, just to name a few. As you sit here reflecting on the information you experienced in the last 4 years, remember that your parents, family, friends, and professors helped you get here today. Remember how blessed you are. I'm here to testify that dreams are possible, but there's work that has to be done in order to accomplish those dreams. As you stand on the shoulders of our forefathers, try to raise the bar as high as you can. Sometimes that requires making sacrifices. Sometimes that means standing alone. And sometimes that means second-guessing yourself. And also at times, you will reevaluate everything you've learned. You're up for the challenge. You're young and you feel indestructible. This is the perfect time. Follow your gut, follow your heart, and follow your intuition. This is your story, and nobody can write it but you. My challenges were people telling me what I couldn't do, the way I should record my music, and what music I should play. I was focused and I knew what I wanted. I heard them, but I had to follow my heart. Because at the end of the day, I had to be comfortable with all the decisions I had made. I'd like to tell you this Miles Davis story. I played with Miles Davis for 5.5 years. He was a very interesting person. Miles, he lived for music. If you were around Miles, there was always music. He was always studying music and life. One time when Miles was in the hospital, I went to visit him. He had a small synthesizer in his room. That's all he needed to work on his music. He was like a child, always trying to find something new. I remember a time when we were rehearsing in New York City, and Miles said to me,
Kenny, play like a beginner.
Kenny, play like a beginner. I said, what does that mean? And years later, it hit me. It meant play with the same curiosity you played with or had as a beginner, the freshness, that spontaneity you had as a beginner. That's my mantra, to be like a child, not knowing anything, always open to learning. Visualization is a great tool. Be able to visualize yourself in any situation. If you can really see yourself in a situation or place, it's possible to accomplish your goals. For the majority of my musical experiences, I visualized myself there first. I was also able to visualize my recordings before they happened. The mind is very powerful. The mind is powerful. Don't sleep on it. See yourself there first. See yourself there. The most important advice that I can leave you with today is to find your passion. How do I find my passion? Your passion is what you do no matter what. No matter how much money you make, no matter how many people say you can't do it, you do it anyway because it's your passion. It's part of your DNA. It's like an addiction. It's the reason that you can't wait to get up in the morning just to have another day to perfect your music or your craft. Passion. Now is the time to begin your new journey. Now is the time to make your mark on society. Now is the time to be a big dreamer than ever. And as you accomplish those dreams, dream more dreams. Before you know it, it'll be time to pass the baton on to the next generation of musicians. When you leave today, remember that all your dreams are possible and more. Now is the time. Now is the time to plan your life. Now is the time to be around positive energy people. Tomorrow is not promised. Now is the time. Now is the time to go out into the world and spread some love through your music. Now is the time to set the tone for your life. Now is the time to go and heal this planet through your music. Now is the time to start the new chapter in your book. Stay in the now. Now is the time to thank the Creator for the blessings He has bestowed upon you thus far. Are you ready for this challenge? Are you ready for this challenge? Today is the start of hope. There's nothing standing in your way. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2011.